What's good, fam? Coach Rod here. I want to talk about knowing your value. And what it means to know your value is pretty much knowing what you deserve. Knowing what you deserve despite of how people treat you, despite of what people say about you. But when you know your value, you know what you deserve. And also the mean is to love yourself enough to be by yourself until you meet somebody that see your value because you know you're a good person. You know what you deserve. You know you deserve the best. See, knowing your value is a state of mind. It's how you feel about yourself. It's how you view yourself. You don't let other people's opinion dictate to you how like what you deserve and who you are. You don't let other people control your life. You don't let other people talk down on you and you still be with them. When you know your value, you're going to be good with being by yourself until you find somebody that can appreciate your value, that can see your value. You know, a lot of times women ask me, how can I get a man to see my value? And now, so women think that in order for me to get a man to see my value, I have to cook, clean for him. I got to show him I'm a good woman. I got to show him I'm a rider, that nobody's going to ride with him. I got to hold him down. Listen, you can do all of that. You will never show the wrong man your value. But when you meet the right person, when you meet the right man, they're going to see your value. They're going to know your value. But first, you got to see it within yourself. So many people, and men, for the men too, losing themselves trying to feel value by other people. Value start within yourself. It starts with you. It starts with you loving yourself. It starts with you knowing what you deserve, despite of what other people say about you, and despite of how other people have treated you. It starts with you. Having self-value is a state of mind. It's you knowing how you feel about yourself. You know, in the scripture, in the good book, it say, as a man thinketh, so is he. That's one thing you got to understand. So if you think that you are valuable in your mind, you are going to be valuable. And you got to keep telling yourself, I am a valuable person. I know my value. I know my value. You got to speak that thing into existence. Another scripture in the good book, it says, the power of death is in a life and death is in your tongue. And they that love it should eat the fruit thereof. So you have to confess to yourself that you are valuable. Despite of what I've been through in my past, I'm valuable. I don't care what you've been through in your past relationships. You are still valuable in the eyes of God. But guess what? You got to see your value yourself. And when you see your value yourself, you'll stop settling for anything and everything from a person. The reason why people are settling for anything from a person is because they don't see their self-value. You got to know within your heart that you are valuable. You understand me? It's all about self-esteem. And when you know your value as a person, when you know what you deserve, you're not going to settle. See, you can't go to a Rolls Royce dealership and talk them down. If the Rolls Royce is 200,000, 150,000, whatever, I don't know how much they really cost, but I'm just throwing some numbers out there. You can't talk them down to 80,000. You can't negotiate if you want to buy certain cars like a Rolls Royce or expensive car, Lamborghini, those cars that are expensive. You can't go to the dealership and talk them down because you know why? They know the car value. They know the car value. They're not going to sell anything less than what that price is. And that's how you got to see yourself. You got to see yourself as a Rolls Royce. You got to see yourself as valuable. because you know what you deserve. And the reason why a lot of people are with people that's treating them wrong because they just don't know their value. And you think loving this person hard that don't love you back, you think loving this person hard that is cheating on you, you think loving this person hard that is disrespecting you, you think if you keep loving them, they're going to see your value. Listen, I don't care what you do. The wrong person will never see your value. The only person that's going to see your value is the one that you meant to be with. It's the one that God placed in your life. And whenever you're with somebody who does not see your value and you don't feel value, you are with the wrong person. You are with the wrong person. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but I am talking to somebody right now. You are in a relationship with somebody and you about to lose your sanity. Again, it's not just for women, it's for men too. You about to lose your sanity. You just about to just give up. You lost yourself. What it means to lose yourself when to the point where you're not yourself anymore. And your friends and your family are saying, you okay? Something wrong with you. You all right? When you go to work, your friends and your family, your coworkers say, man, you different. What's going on? You okay? You don't lost yourself. You don't lost your value. You don't lost your value. When you let a person walk all over you, you lost your value. You got to get your value back. Get your value back. And how you get your value back is walking out of that relationship, getting and developing self-love. When you have self-love, that's when you're gonna know your value. You're not gonna put up with anything in a relationship. And I'm telling y'all based upon my experience. When I found my purpose, when I worked on my spiritual life, which is my character and getting closer to God, when I worked on my mental life, when I started educating myself, watching videos, watching positive things, getting positive people in my life, start hanging around toxic people. When I started working on my finances, building my finances up, creating certain streams of income, when I started getting my body right, exercising, that's self-love right there. That's self-love. When I did those 5 things, you're talking about a man that grew up with low self-esteem, that thought that I was unattractive. You're talking about a man that would beg a woman to be with me because I didn't know that I can do better because I didn't like myself. But once I did those 5 things, now I got self-love. Now I know my value. See, knowing your value comes from self-love. And let me tell you something. You can have a degree. You can have money. You can have cars. You can have a big old house. You can be a Christian. You can have God. You can speak in tongues and you can prophesy. And I quote women who speak in tongues and prophesy. They the worst ones who don't know their value. Trust me. If you don't know your value, if you don't have self-love, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. And that's one thing you got to understand. No matter what you've been through in your past, you still have value. You've been cheated on, you've been talked down to, you've been cursed out, you've been disrespected, you've been molested, some of you been raped. You've been through so much in your life. But guess what? God see you as valuable because you was wonderfully and fearfully made by God. But no matter how God see you, you got to see yourself the same way God see you. You got to see your value just like God see your value. Understand that? And till you understand this right here as a person, you deserve better. Know what you deserve. Stop putting up with disrespect. Stop putting up with cheating. Don't feel like you need this person in your life. Don't feel like I can't live without him or live without her. The only person you can't live without is God. Know your value. Know that you was wonderfully and fearfully made. Know that you deserve better. And I don't know who I'm talking to. You are with somebody right now and you know you're not happy. And you're stressed out. You don't lost yourself. You lost your sanity. You're losing weight. Your hair falling out. People noticing you, are changing you. And you trying to hold on because you believe that this person going to change because I'm going to keep loving them. I don't care how hard you love the wrong person. Loving the wrong person would never get that person to change. Loving the wrong person is like beating a dead horse. And some of y'all right now on top of a dead horse, beating that horse, and he ain't going nowhere. That's the same thing when you trying to love somebody who don't love you because you just don't know your value. And when you know your value, you will be happy, single, until you meet the right person to appreciate your worth and your value. Hey, this is Coach Rod. God bless you. If you need coaching, the link gonna be in the description box. Click on that link, book a coaching session. You need somebody to talk to help you get out of that toxic relationship. Get a coach. Get a coach. A coach is a accountability partner, accountability, a motivational friend. A coach is somebody that's gonna sit you down and tell you the truth. Don't go get advice from your friends, your family. Not all of them, but most of the time, they're not going to give you good relationship advice because they don't know better. They don't know better, so they're going to give you advice based upon how their experience or how they feel about themselves. If they don't value themselves, they're not going to value the opinion that they give you. But reach out to me. I'm the type of person that going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong because I got self-love and I value myself. So I'm going to give you a good opinion about your relationship. On my Facebook page, click on the link that says my mentor, on my profile page that says mymentor.life. Click on that link and book a coaching session. When you value yourself, you're going to invest in yourself.